Scrolling through the channels, all I see is gray. Drowning in the monotony, no escape today. But I need a hit, gotta break the static's hold. Newsy Nuggets, tiny bites, the story is told. Say goodbye to boredom, headlines made of gold. Twist and shake perspectives in a way so bold. They serve it up with humor with a snarky twist. Little bites of news to fill your daily list.
Hey guys, it's Mo from Mo in the Deep End, bringing you all the news. The news today is crazy and it's coming fast. I can barely keep up with it, but it looks like we have more legal news. A federal appeals court has rejected Elizabeth Holmes' last-ditch effort to overturn fraud conviction and 11-year prison sentence. Well, I guess being blonde and being able to talk really well isn't going to help you with this one, sweetheart. Also, not having 2 children trying to get out of your sentence and getting, sympathy. I find that particularly offensive as a mother to knowingly bring a child into this world and knowing that you might possibly be away for most of its, young childhood. And it did seem and it did appear that she had these children for sympathy. That's my take on it. I could be wrong. I'm sure she loves her children, but it did seem like a cheap play for sympathy in my general opinion. A federal appeals court in California on Monday upheld the criminal convictions, sentence, and restitution ordered against Elizabeth Holmes, who was found guilty of perpetrating a massive fraud through her multi-billion-dollar tech startup, Theranos. A 3-judge appeal on the San Francisco-based U.S. Court of Appeals for the Ninth Circuit unanimously upheld Holmes' conviction on 4 federal crimes, her 11-year prison sentence, and more than $200 million in restitution payments. The court similarly affirmed that the nearly 13-year sentence for Holmes' ex-boyfriend and former Theranos COO, Ramesh Sunny Bawali, along with the nearly $250 million in restitution owed to investors the duo defrauded. So not only are they smacking her down, but they're saying your boy toy has to go down too. Giggity. It's a Monday. And you know I like single entendres. And it is so dark in here, I'm going to need to turn up the lights. Anyhoozle. Now the 41-year-old Holmes in 2015 was ranked by Forbes as the youngest and wealthiest self-made billionaire from Theranos. Her company claimed to have developed a revolutionary method to perform blood testing with a small amount of blood, such as a finger prick. At the height, Theranos rose to $9 billion in valuation and counted the likes of News Corp chairman Rupert Murdoch and former Secretary of State Henry Kissinger and Oracle founder Larry Ellison as investors. Theranos and Holmes' larger-than-life reputation came crashing down after the Wall Street Journal's John Carreyrou investigated her enterprise in a series of articles, followed by a book titled Bad Blood's Secrets, Lies, and Silicon Valley Startup. HBO later turned that book into a documentary. A federal jury in the Northern District of California then agreed that Holmes' company had left behind a trail of fraud. The judicial panel, made up of circuit judges Mary M. Schroeder, Jacqueline N. Ningyung, and Ryan Nelson, rejected claims that Holmes and Balwani's separate trials in 2024 were marred by evidentiary errors that should result in their convictions being overturned. The duo argued that the trial court abused its discretion by allowing former Theranos employees to offer expert opinions, despite the fact that he was testifying as a layperson. Holmes did argue that the witness, Theranos lab director Dr. Kishuk Das, who was involved in the company's patent impact assessments on the blood testing machine called Edison, provided expert testimony despite the court failing to properly vet him as an expert. Das testified that based on the data analysis in the assessments, the Edison was unsuitable for clinical use, a conclusion he said he relayed to Holmes. Now, Das shared with Holmes his concerns that based on the, quote, validation data, he believed these instruments were apparently not performing from the very beginning. the appellate court wrote. Das then explained when he raised these issues, Holmes attributed the poor test results to laboratory control failure rather than the issue being with the device itself, an explanation that Das found unsatisfying. The panel found that certain aspects of Das's testimony, quote, veered into expert territory, but ultimately concluded that, quote, any error was harmless, end quote. Nevertheless, any error in admitting these opinions was harmless, Nguyen wrote. To the extent that Holmes is now challenging Das's qualifications as an expert, we conclude that he was qualified based on his extensive experience in working in clinical laboratories. Das would have easily qualified as an expert to deliver the disputed opinion testimony. The panel also determined that the admission of Das's testimony did not likely affect the jury's verdict due to, quote, the weight of other evidence, end quote, the government presented against Holmes. Now, Das's testimony was relevant to misrepresentations concerning technological capabilities of the device, but such misrepresentations constituted only one of numerous types of misrepresentations to investors that the government alleged and presented evidence to prove, the order states. The government offered evidence that Holmes misrepresented Theranos' financial status, its reliance on third-party testing devices, and its partnerships with Walgreens and the military. The pharmaceutical company's purported validations of Theranos' technology. Das's testimony about the technology's unreliability was not essential in proving any of these misrepresentations. Holmes may now try to have her case heard by a full panel of judges or petition the U.S. Supreme Court, both of which are likely considered long-shot efforts. Yeah, ma'am, you're going to stay in jail. You need to pay back all the bajillion dollars. And if you had children and now both of their parents are in jail, you are the most selfish mother I have ever met. To have children and not take care of them, to know that you are going to jail and your partner is, absolutely is the most disgusting, selfish thing I've ever heard of. I mean, these kids are... Look, I don't know this case very well, but I do know that she got pregnant twice. I do know that she is in jail and her former boyfriend is in jail, which I'm assuming is the father. I am probably not maybe right on these, but I am big fat mad about these kids missing out on having a loving, normal home because their mom decided to have them when she was in the middle of a trial that she probably knew she wasn't going to win because she freaking lied to everyone about her stupid machine that didn't work. But she got away with it because she was blonde and she has a nice rack. I mean, let's be real. If this had been a dude with a comb over and like a greasy mustache, the fraud would have been found out in like 10 days. She speaks well. She, was attractive, is attractive, I guess. I don't know. I mean, what am I supposed to say? Any hoozle bedoozle. Let's see if there are anything more in law so I can give you a little bit longer of a story. Holy dodgeballs. Well, here we go. Oh no. Smell of decomposition was plain. Man, red rum's ex-girlfriend stuffs bodies into bags in shed, cop says. Please don't be Indiana. Please don't be Indiana. Please don't be Indiana. We've had enough crazy BS right now. We need another, red rum like we need Bob Ross to make another happy tree. We don't. The trees are fine. Don't add another happy tree. Thank you. A 53-year-old Utah man allegedly red-rummed his ex-girlfriend, placed her body in a trash bag, and stuffed it in a shed near his apartment. Okay, Megan Boswell. Arturo Carrion stands accused of murder in the death of Lisa Hyde, who was last seen in Springville about the end of December. The Springville Police Department sent out a press release on January 29th asking for Hyde's whereabouts and welfare. The cops interviewed Carrion as a person of interest. A probable cause arrest affidavit obtained by Lawn Crime said on Sunday afternoon a witness called Provo Police to report a body in the shed behind apartment complex in the block of Heather Lane. Now, the caller identified Carrion as the suspect, the affidavit said. Cops found 2 sheds in the backyard and carry-on in the front yard. When the suspect gave officers the keys, they asked him what they would find inside, and he allegedly said, "A dead body." When the shed was opened, the smell of decomposition was plain, the cop wrote in the affidavit. Officers opened several bags, one of which had a forearm of a human body. So we not only red-rummed, we disarticulated. Daggone it, people, I need you to, if you need to meditate, if you need to use those screaming bowls, we need to all collectively take a flippin' chill pill. Yes, we do. Absolutely. Now, detectives spoke to the witness who said that Carrion called him on Saturday and asked him to come over. Carrion allegedly told the man that he had, quote, done something wrong, end quote, and uttered the name Lisa, before nodding his head in the direction of the sheds. Police placed Carrion in handcuffs as the cops took him back to the patrol car. He allegedly said, quote, "I should have never told that snitch." No. No one keeps crimes, and no one is going to be a friendo when it's, accessory after the fact. That's a hell no, friendo. You go to federal, pound you in the behind prison. I'm not going nowhere. Unless you're my bestie, allegedly in Minecraft. I'm just kidding. Do not help someone after the fact. Call the popo after you've called a lawyer. Have the lawyer call the popo. But, or if you're gonna crime, don't tell anyone. Why the hell did you tell someone? I mean, that's a you problem, not a me problem, and you're already a terrible person for allegedly red-rumming and disarticulating your girlfriend. Now, witnesses told detectives that they heard him say that he pulled a Rick, which apparently was a reference to a family member who had red-rummed his girlfriend. Oh, great, it's a family trait. Wonderful. We are living in idiocracy, aren't we? I don't know what to tell you guys. When the police told him Carrion was being arrested for red rum, he allegedly said, quote, "Officer Andrews is the one that caused all this," end quote. Detectives asked what he meant, and he responded, what he put in the report. Now, Andrews had arrested Carrion for DV against Hyde on November 19th. The officers transported him to the Utah County Jail, where he's being held without bond. Because of course he is, because why would you let him out on bond? Let's find a funny story. Oh, dear Lord, please let there be a funny story. I don't want... All right, just so we can have something a little fun, we're going to play this game. So, we are going to match the crime to the criminal. Let's see if I can ambigonate. Oh, nope, that's not right. Oh, doggone it. Nope. I'm a semi-professional, semi-silly person. All right, let's see if we can no, I guess that's... So we've got reckless driving, unlawful possession of a force multiplier, drug, not street legal pharmaceuticals, crystal possession, and leaving the scene of an accident. Well, the face tattoos on here are just glorious. I am going to take... Oh, okay. All right, here we go. I'm going to go here with this. Here. Here. And he just doesn't look like he gives two poos, so I think he left the scene of an accident. I am probably all the wrong, but we need a little laugh today. I got reckless driving. I stink at this. I am never going to be Nancy Drew or Nancy Grace, but that's a blessing. Now, remember, children, we never say Nancy Grace's name 3 times in a mirror because Ursula cannot be far from the sea. I am such a heifer today, going straight to purgatory. But this has been a little, legal newsy news nugget. I hope you enjoy it. I'm trying to do more of these. Please share them if someone needs a snarky, snappy, and sassy news update. to brighten up their day. I think we will start playing this obsessively. We might have a stream where I just play this because this is the funnest thing ever. Although I feel bad for celebrating someone's bad day, but these guys kind of seem like they don't always make the right choices. Like if they had a passport, it would never have, been stamped for Do Right Town. It's more like Do Shenanigansville. Anyhoozle, I hope you enjoyed this. Please like, share, and subscribe, all the YouTubey things. And thank you so much for all of your support. It is greatly appreciated. I have seen this channel grow, and I am just so amazed with the support, the love, and just everything you guys do for me. So thank you so much. You make this all possible, and I am loving the heck out of doing it. So thank you guys. I will see you in a little bit for another ride on the Petty Express. The Petty Express is your spot for difficult cases. If you have dark humor, if you like sarcasm, if you like heartfelt, cursey words, then the Petty Express is the place to watch difficult trials because we are not bound by, be kind, be nice. We are snarky, we are snappy, never to the victims, always to the douchey coos. And we have some fun during these hard cases, but we always honor the victims, and watching these gives them a voice and makes their life mean something more, I think, because we start to see these trials as real people, and we get to see the pain, and hopefully, we can stop some of these things. So there is my little promo ad. I am working on grifting. I shall get, lessons from King Grift, Mr. Baker, but hopefully I'm doing pretty good. I will see you guys in a little bit. Sorry for being rambly. It is not a great day, so I am a little more like tangenty, so sorry about that. Thank you for understanding. I will see you guys in a little bit. Be kind to yourself. Be kind to others, but carry a can of bitch fire because kindness no longer means doormat. Bye, you guys.